Please proceed to the highlighted route, then the route guidance will start.
So we're at the Museum of Natural History, and they just tore all the continents on the dead animals, the taxidermy. So that stuff pretty amazing. Good morning, day 2 here in Washington, D.C. I didn't film much yesterday, but we did the Natural Museum of History, the Holocaust Museum. The Holocaust Museum is 4 floors of history from the beginning to the end. It's pretty amazing. The one thing that stood out to me is how Switzerland stayed neutral the whole time. I want to figure that out. And then the Museum of Natural History, you had everything, wildlife, which was amazing, including, gemstones. They had the Hope Diamond there, 45.5 carats, blue diamond. It looks like the heart of the ocean from the Titanic. I'm sure everyone's seen that. And then the animals and the skeletons, everything was the best. But this is our Airbnb we stayed at last night. We had the whole bottom apartment to ourselves. It was really, really nice. And it's 8 o'clock this morning. We're gonna get an Uber down to the Washington Monument to get our tickets so we can go up to the top. But we have a couple of things planned today. Gonna head over to Georgetown. But day number 2 in Washington, D.C. Loving the city so far. Little breakfast lunch spot.
Yeah, to take a break.
The museums don't open until 10, so we figured we'd start a little breakfast and lunch right outside the archives. So we're at the Washington Monument. You gotta go at 8:30 for tickets. We're gonna go to the top of that later today. The line for tickets now, and 555 feet up, I think that is. But we'll be up there soon, real soon. And now we're up top. So we just left the National Archives of the United States, and the original Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, and what else was in there?
Constitution.
And the Constitution. Very hard to read much, but it was amazing. Alyssa pointed out on one that it still said the word freedom was still extremely bold on the one, as well as independence. So freedom and independence was the 2 most legible words you can read on one of the documents, which is amazing. Absolutely no photography in there. But now we're going to go to the Air and Space Museum back on the National Mall here. So the Wright brothers, this is their actual plane that they took off in 1903. Flew at 825 feet, going 10 feet off the floor. And that's one of their first gliders they ever tried. Their second glider is over there. And it just went right to the plane. They only flew it 3 times ever. 825 feet was the longest. Now we have the Capitol. Right, Uber to our first bar this whole vacation. That's very strange for me and Alyssa. Or Alyssa and I, excuse me. Here we go to Watergate. We finally got our first drink, and look at this cocktail. He lit the pines on fire. It's tequila. Cheers. Day 3, it's our last day here in Washington, and we checked out of the Airbnb. We're just going to do a couple things we didn't see yet that we wanted to do. Lincoln Memorial during the daytime is not nearly as nice as it was at the nighttime we did it, but the reflecting pool is really cool here. You got the Washington Monument just being reflected down, and then we're going to head over to Arlington. But it's our last day here. We're going to see as much as we possibly can get in. Lincoln Memorial's right behind me there, right there, huge. All right, we'll see what day 3 brings. This is a Korean War memorial.
I am Sergeant First Class Carney of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, United States Army, Guard of Honor, Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. The ceremony that you are about to witness is the changing of the guard. In keeping with the dignity of this ceremony, it is requested that everyone remain silent and standing. Thank you.
So we just left Arlington Cemetery and the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Definitely recommend coming here if you come to DC. It's only 10 minutes outside the DC over in Virginia and Arlington. It's really amazing, the story of it all, the honor, because everyone deserves it. Pretty amazing.